Hey guys, Phillip Lopez here with nichesbecrazy.com, and today I'm talking to Jim Mack. He's the creator of a new product called Offline Consulting Confidential. It kind of reminds me of like LA Confidential or something. I don't know if that's what you were going for, Jim, or not, but pretty cool name.
Yeah, you gotta add a little mystery.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been thinking about doing, or I say thinking, I've been doing a little bit of offline marketing kind of stuff, offline services, and and I was a fan of Luther Landro, so I was like, man, this looks kind of like right in my wheelhouse. So I bought it myself. I didn't ask for review access or anything like that. I didn't know Jim, and I kind of know Luther just because I bought something from him before. So so I checked it out. It was an excellent product. I thought it was really, really good. And it's crazy because it's really focusing on the auto repair niche, right, Jim?
Right.
Yeah, and what's funny is like it's not just that because I've told people on Facebook this before is I kind of I've worked in the towing industry as well, and I was like that's kind of a sub niche of that, like towing repair shops as well, towing repair shops and towing towers in general. So I was like, man, that kind of was right in my wheelhouse, man. So that was interesting. So
yeah, I've got to sign off on my sign on the door, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you're good, but. Anyways, I just had to reach out to Jim. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. I thought he was. I thought he came out with a really good product. I looked through it. It was very interesting to me. And what got you going with this, Jim? Like, is this your very first internet marketing product?
I've had other internet marketing products out there, but those back 10, 15 years ago. Had done a lot of business opportunity stuff online. Had been one of the guys that were kind of a go-to, and I really got out of that marketing, the business opportunity niche, more of the home-based business stuff, just because it was such a dog-eat-dog world. And so I've always been in sales and marketing and management, restructuring, and basically doing a lot of turnaround of businesses that are kind of need to either jumpstart, open new places, or kind of need repaired. But I always had that home business entrepreneurial spirit in me, so that's really where I came out with that course. And doing offline marketing is something that I've been interested in. I've done, and I stumbled into the auto repair niche. And every guru out there is teaching people, chiropractors, doctors, lawyers, all these big ticket people. The problem is everybody and their brother is contacting them about SEO, web development, and everything like that. And I took this whole course from a different angle. I took it for one, what we're going to do is we're going to contact people that aren't normally contacted. Two, we're going to contact people that are really horrible marketers. Auto repair guys, they know how to fix cars. They're not great marketers. And, basically we're staying away from the guys advertising on TV, advertising on radio, advertising, that really know their marketing. We're going to those guys that really don't know much about marketing, but still have a good business, that do advertise here and there, that know what advertising is. They're just not doing it right. And then approaching them kind of beginning in baby steps. Because we're not going to walk in, we're not going to start hammering SEO, we're not going to start hammering websites. We're going to start real simple with social media. We're going to start managing their social media side, and then step up. Once we build that trust, once they know, like, and trust us, then we get into the SEO, then we get into the web development, then we get into lead generation and things like that. So I took it from a different approach where the average guy out there that doesn't know, that's not technically versed. Hell, I'm not technically versed. Hence, we're sitting here on 3 different ways to get on this call, you and I.
Yeah, me neither, man.
So we're really taking it from that angle, and that way, you take it in baby steps, and then you get to that. By the end of 30 days, continually working with a customer, you've got about a $2,500 a month customer.
And that's actually what I thought was really interesting about the product, because sometimes other products I've bought myself, shiny object syndrome in the past or whatever, they're like, hey, you can just offer services to people like website services, SEO, $1,000 a month, and I thought it was just a really sound approach with the social media angle. I think that's a good foot in the door, I guess you would say. Yeah, I think that's an excellent way to start, because a lot of people think you're gonna just go in there and just be able to offer like high ticket stuff, which we could say $500 or something like that could be high ticket to some auto repair shops or whatever. So yeah, when you have a social media marketing offer, that starts off at like maybe 50 to 100, $150 a month. That's not too crazy. That's not too crazy, because like you said, they're auto repair dudes. They're getting their hands all greasy. The last thing they want is to be typing up hashtags and stuff like that on social media. So that made a lot of sense to me, and that's what made it stand out to me, is that it's really niched down to the auto repair, and maybe like any sub niches from that, like I said, the towing industry as well. I can tell you firsthand, I've seen a lot of tow sites that look terrible, like terrible, just so terrible.
Absolutely, yeah, and those guys, they're a phone-driven business, but people are still going online, and when they need a tow, they're going to their smartphone, they're looking up, towing. I live in Kansas City, towing, or they break down in Olathe, Kansas, tow truck, Olathe, Kansas, and then they're a phone-driven business, so doing that to phone-driven businesses works well as also.
Yeah, indeed, and it was just so interesting to see it, because to see your product, because I a lot of times you don't know which market to target, and I thought that was really cool to target the auto repair industry. And I actually started looking up some, because I'm using this myself. I'm actually doing a little stuff, and I was looking up today, and I just found maybe 2 or 3 that were pretty good. And just from Google alone, and I was just like, that's pretty awesome. You could literally just go on Google and just start looking some of them up. I mean, you could do that alone, or you can kind of do a step-by-step process and work people up the value ladder, I guess is what like Russell Brunson says. Using your method, which like I'm telling people, it's called Offline Consulting Confidential. You can go and do this yourself, guys, or you can just kind of get a tried and true way of doing it. So how long have you been doing this, Jim? Like this
Well, before I put any product out, I'm going to actually go out and test it, make sure it works. I'm just not going to, like a lot of guys will in this market, throw stuff against the wall, see what sticks, and put an ebook out there. Like I said, I've been in the actual business world for quite some time, in the sales world, but I tested this product for about 2 to 3 months, and I made it work during Christmas time and the New Year, when everything pretty much shuts down.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go out and try it, and on my sales page, it basically, I've got copies of checks, copy of what's been put in my PayPal account, things like that, just as living proof that it does work. And so for about 3 months, I tested it, I honed it down, and just more or less made it work, and then said, okay, great, this is a product I can put out and help people.
Yeah, that's very true in this industry. I know a lot of people that just kind of say stuff. Maybe it worked for them once or twice, or maybe it worked years back when things have changed.
Well, it worked years back, and a lot of times, a lot of these people don't even go out and test it at all. It's just like they saw it in an ebook, it sounds great, throw it out, and then because I still get emails from people that have bought the course asking questions. So, I don't know how it is out there with other guys, but, if somebody has a question, I've got a help desk that I follow up with people, and I'll answer their questions if they've got any questions on what to do, how to kind of do certain things.
Yeah, and that's excellent, man. A lot of these guys, I bought products from them. The website doesn't even exist after like a couple months, or they don't answer emails. That's what's really, I understand there's spam stuff that goes to the spam box or whatever. Yeah. But that happens or whatever, right? But some of these guys, they make it really hard to contact them. So yeah, it's an excellent point to have a good customer support, and you can use that with your offline marketing too. You make sure you have really good customer support. Give people your email address, your multiple ways to contact you. Like we said here, we tried one method and we have multiple ways to get on this interview. So this stuff happens. There's always going to be technical issues here and there. So that's excellent. Yeah. So. With that being said, have you released other products on other affiliate platforms?
No, actually, this is the first one I've done on Warrior Forum.
On the Warrior,
it's gone real well.
Yeah.
And I've got another one coming out pretty quick. that it's going to take things kind of to a different level as far as consulting and things like that that I've been kind of playing with and testing. We've about got it whittled down, so got another one coming out. I'm going to be following up with some with the folks that have bought already with some videos that I've got put together almost that we'll be able to kind of use to market their services, but also kind of as a add-on service that's really easy that they could probably sell for, $97 as far as a video from a auto repair store to put on their website and do some different things like that. So I'm tweaking and testing those, and those should be about done as well.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, it's good that it complements the product as well. That's really good. With that being said, you know what? One of the most common things that I hear people ask, because like sometimes in the interviews, I do like a Q&A, with the vendor. But like who inspires you? Like who's maybe a mentor of yours, somebody that you've looked up to in this industry or in any industry really? So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you mentioned Luther. Luther was a big help getting this thing off the ground for me. Luther Landro, I really took a lot of, what he had to say, his tips for me, and that helped a bunch, especially with the course, putting it together. He was happy with, the way it looked, and he just kind of tweaked a couple of little different things for me. So he was a big help as far as getting everything put together. And then I've had a lot of real estate guys. Back in the day, I did a lot of flipping and short sales. Actually wrote a course on investing in bank properties that are in bankruptcy. But when the market turned back in the early 2010s and went belly up, that kind of put me out of business on that.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah, it stunk. It stunk. I was doing really well, and then it was like, oh well, there we go. So I've been in the real estate business too. So. But I like this much better. This is, able to kind of, we're able to help the average guy. Your average guy isn't going to want to go out there and do all the real estate stuff. But your average guy, gal, is, going to be looking at something like this and kind of getting a real good feel on, home business. They're going to understand it. They're going to know that, especially with the way I've done it, they can go out and do the easy stuff, make some change real quick, put some money in their bank account, and then once they get their first client, that's the thing. I don't want them to go out and make six figures. I mean, when I say that, I want them to make six figures, but I don't want them to make six figures next week. Get that first client, build that client, then get that second client, and then build that client. Get that third client, build that client. And that's the best way to do things, just in baby steps. Goal one, get that first client.
Yeah.
Once you get that first client, then the rest is easy. You'll start to figure it out, and just follow what I put in there. I mean, it's really easy to do.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And another thing I really liked about the course, because if you know how to do SEO, if you know how to do web pages and all that, that's great. But the thing is that, really you gotta, I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and it's like usually the closer you are to a product, the more time you have to put into it, and the less money you make. And that sucks, being somebody that was in I did manual labor when I was younger, and you know what, I made good money here and there, but you kill your body after a while, and it's you really gotta, get away as far away from the product as possible, and then you can start automating stuff. And that's what I really liked about the product. That was another thing that was in there that was really cool. Is outsourcing stuff. That's a big part of this, right? So.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't do any SEO. I know enough SEO to be dangerous. Could I do SEO for auto repair? Absolutely, I could, but it would take all of my time, all of my effort. So I outsource almost everything. Because my focus, I wanted to be on getting new clients, getting that third client, getting that fourth client, getting that fifth client, and then sending it all to Fiverr, different outsources. You can get it done really cheap, and that's the best way to do it. I don't do anything myself. If somebody really knows SEO and can do it quick, fantastic. But I don't recommend really doing anything on your own.
Yeah, it's really about going out there and getting more leads, more clients, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so it's all about putting money in your back pocket.
Exactly. You got to focus on sales. You know, a lot of times you kind of get into perfectionist mindset, and that's one thing that's held me back personally. Just you know, personally, like, oh, it has to be perfect, has to be here, otherwise people won't buy it, right? So
yeah, me too. And there's a lot of things with the course that I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted all these things, and I got it to the point where I was happy with it and let it go. I could have probably sat 2 more weeks and tweaked a bunch of stuff, but it was just easier just to get it out there and take it from there. Let the masses dictate, what they like and what they see, and I've really good success. We've done over 500 copies, and I think my return rate is maybe 2%. So a lot of people really happy with it.
Yeah, that's actually, and for those of y'all that pick it up, I'm just gonna let y'all know it's basically a downloadable course. You can download it's got like some Word files, some videos you can download, so you can watch it offline. So that's kind of cool. If you have storage on your phone as well, you can watch it on there too. So
yeah, and if there are already technical issues, just email my support desk. I've had a few that people that for one reason or another couldn't order it, or open up the PDF file or something like that. I can just send a different PDF file to them so that they've got it and they can upload it from there. So it's nothing. If there is some technical issues, just let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. So, man, I think we covered some good bases here. I think we're going to wrap it up. But before we leave, do you have any words of wisdom, anything you would recommend, just any kind of words before we go for anybody that goes and picks up offline consulting confidential? I had a hard time saying that for some reason.
Yeah, offline consulting confidential. And I think I'm going to keep confidential with all my courses. Kind of like Luther does. Luther's got effortless. I'll just keep everything confidential.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, just go out, make things happen. Go, just read it a couple of times, go over the videos, and then go out and do it. Make it happen. Make the goal, getting the first client. Get that first client. Then move on to your second client. Then your third client. Outsource everything. That's the best way to do it. Focus on the sales. Focus on going out and getting these clients, and you'll be successful. It's it's not something that's done in theory. I've done it. It's practical experience, and it's pretty much a roadmap of everything that I've done.
Yeah, that's some excellent advice. I'm actually going to be doing a little something with this myself, so I'm going to try to follow along step by step as well. I've actually been looking up a couple of auto repair shops near me, and it's really not that difficult. It really isn't. It's really simple, just and then you can even outsource that stuff. You can always go to Fiverr and say, hey, find me 100 leads here that have crappy websites or something like that.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Go ahead. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for joining me, Jim. I know we had some technical difficulties here and there. Like other day, you had a plane delay and whatnot, so this stuff happens, so. Yeah. But thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely, Phillip.